minute, and then I'll intro it. Then we'll start. Okay. Bienvenidos, aloha, and welcome into TarTV. Alex Crawford, three-time national champion, one-time CIF champion. Andy Hayes with you here at the Bill Barnett Memorial Pool Deck. Andy, the vibes are high, the energy level is high, it's packed. It's the Battle of the Bay between our Newport Harbor Sailors and the visiting Corona Del Mar Sea Kings. What can we expect in the pool here tonight between the Sailors and the Sea Kings, Andy?
Oh, a battle. A battle. Something that you would expect a Sailor and a Sea King to really get themselves involved with. And that's right. Is it senior night or something?
It's not senior night.
I thought I saw some goodie bags over there.
I think that they are honoring some players of some sort, but senior night will be here October 29th against Cathedral Catholic. We'll be doing that game. That'll be the last regular season game for the Sailors. Tonight, though, Battle of the Bay. Good crowd on hand. Newport Harbor coming into tonight's matchup 9-1 on the season. The last game they played in, Andy, was right here in front of us at the Bill Barnett Pool Deck, taking on the modern-day Monarchs in the championship game, the championship match of the South Coast Tournament. And as we know, the Sailors fell in that one, 12-10, tough loss. What did you see out of the Sailors against Modern Day on Saturday that gives you some hope for a good Sailors postseason run?
Well, I mean, that second quarter was the one that killed us, literally and figuratively. I guess not literally, but figuratively in the water polo world, right? But we were able to bounce back in that third and fourth quarter, which was awesome. So they, even though they get down, we know that they can battle back. Just unfortunately, last Saturday it wasn't enough to get the W. But it looks like we might have our player announcements.
Yeah, it looks like
might be hard to talk over. I don't know.
Our PA announcer Greg Kennedy is going with the pregame player announcements. So we'll cut out our audio and we'll turn it up here so you can listen to the PA voice of the Newport Harbor Sailors, Greg Kennedy, make his pregame announcements.
Carson Simonson, cat number 6, Nathaniel Evans, cat number 7, Luke Zimmerman, cat number 8, Jackson Harlan, cat number 9, Cameron Simasilli, cat number 10, Josh Anderson, cap 11, Dylan Duani, cap 12, Charles Warminkin, cap 13, Matthew Hong, cap 14, Charlie Kanseri, cap 16, Vitaly Leptev, cap 17, Jared Noah. Head coach of Sea Kings is Kareem Captain. Assistant coaches Lucas Reynolds, Zach Roper, Wes Hertel, Josh Samuels. Welcome, Sea Kings. Now for your Newport Harbor Sailors. In the cage tonight, cap number 1, Cooper Hathasroot. Cap number 1A, Alexander Alshiller. Cap number 2, Peter Clark. Cap 3, Richie Remelier. Cap 4, Peter Castillo. Cap 5, Gage Vertigal. Cap 6, Will Folselman. Cap 7, Mason Hunt. Cap 8, Owen Tift. Cap 9, Finn Gwink. Cap 10, Finn Lauser. Cap 11, Billy Rankin. Cap 12, Eric DeSun. Cap 13, Ben Lathy. Cap 14, Cole Borgrad. Cap 15, Owen Bartlett. Cap 16, Tommy Richardson. And cap 17, Gavin Netherton. The Sailors are led by head coach Ross Sinclair, backed up by the legendary coaching staff. Ladies and gentlemen, it's 7 o'clock, it's game time.
We're good. It sounds good. It doesn't look good.
Okay, welcome back in after the announcements from our veteran PA announcer, Greg Kennedy, getting us all set for the Battle of the Bay here. Good crowd on hand. Andy, I saw Principal Dr. Sean Bolton. I saw Coach Lofthouse, Peter Lofthouse, coach of the football team. He's here. Of course, side judge number 125, Laird Hayes.
Yes.
We're getting a photo here while we're live. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
And that is from a CDM faithful.
It's great. You know, the match hasn't started yet, so
we can be friends for right now. But once that whistle blows,
that ball's dropped and there's 7 minutes on the clock. It's there might be blood in the water here tonight, Andy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So I mean,
this is like some of those old Serbia, Bosnia.
One
matches
of those
back in the day.
Yeah, I think the famed one was Hungary versus Russia.
Was that like 1952?
Yeah, it was around there. When it was back behind the Iron Curtain.
Yeah, well, we're behind the Orange Curtain here.
Oh, that's right.
Two of the great programs. The Sailors come in, like I said, they're 9-1 on the season. A really strong start to the season, but Coach Ross Sinclair, he doesn't care about early season accolades, preseason hype. He doesn't even keep stats for his team. He's got his eyes set on one goal, and that is winning the CIF championship. The Sailors back-to-back trips to the finals, back-to-back losses 2018 and 2019 to Harvard Westlake. Can this be the year that they climb the mountain, get over the hump? That is the goal for this team. So, yes, Coach Ross Sinclair is happy with the hot start to the season and the good showing in the South Coast tournament, but it doesn't matter if they can't get it done in the postseason. Andy, you had success in your time here at Newport Harbor winning the 2007 CIF championship. Do you think that this Sailors team has what it takes to make a deep postseason run?
Oh, for sure. What's super cool about our team, and CDM falls along the same lines, but our 07 team, we had all played with each other since we were about like 10 or 11 years old. And then just knowing each other so well, each other's tendencies, strengths, weaknesses, all that good stuff. That was part of the major part of our success was just our familiarity with each other. And these boys, it's so funny. I got to work with some of them this summer, and known them as little junior lifeguards, and they've just been like a core unit for so long. Even though they might be spread across a couple of different ages and grades, they're all buddies, and they all know each other and play really well. So I mean, they got everything it takes, along with the talent and their smarts of the sport of water polo itself. So I mean, they got everything you need to bring home a championship. Absolutely.
We still got a lot of season left, but we should have a fun one here tonight. Packed crowd as the Sailors try to drown the crown, as they say, against the Sea Kings. Bounce back from Saturday's loss. Sailors' first and only loss of the season against Mater Dei. Your starters for the Sailors tonight: in goal, Cooper Mathis-Rude, the junior. Also in the pool for the Sailors, Richie Rimliger, senior. Sophomore Pete Castillo, senior Gage Vertigal, senior Mason Hunt, and junior lefty attacker wearing cap number 13, Ben Lathy, will be your starters for the Sailors tonight.
Couple weapons.
A lot of weapons, and having those two lefty attackers, number 5 cap Gage Vertigal, number 13 Ben Lathy, that adds a whole new dimension to the Sailors' offense.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. What did you just say? I zoned out for a second, but I agree with whatever you did say.
Yeah, it was maybe one of the smarter water polo comments I've ever made. So I'll repeat. I mean, don't you think that having two lefty attackers gives an extra dimension to the Sailors' offense?
Oh, Alex, absolutely.
It's 4D out there.
Oh, it's incredible.
It's IMAX.
Sorry, and then not to take. I mean, that is an awesome insight, and you are really getting to know this game extremely well. You'd almost fool me as a former player, but we have a couple of our Sailors, Mr. Jack Yeager and Clinton Jorther, watching the broadcast at the moment.
Those are a couple guys with CIF rings tuned in.
Sure are.
Know what it takes to win championships. Sailors win the opening sprint, and we are underway at the Bill Barnett pool deck. Sailors with possession. Ben Lathy has it on the far side of the pool.
Oh, all right.
Offensive foul.
Inside of the 2-meter line. So,
okay. Oh, okay. Okay.
So that's something that I noticed a lot of in that last tournament the South Coast tournament. Not necessarily all on us, but
how about that block by Mathis-Rude?
Oh my gosh,
he's fired up in the goal.
Oh yeah, I mean, and the tar pit, they're back.
The tar pit is rocking and rolling tonight. This is a good crowd, standing room only.
Oh,
on the pool deck, Sailors on the attack. In at 2 meters, Lathy fires and puts it in.
Nice.
Sailors draw first blood. Ben Lathy. He's so powerful at that 2-meter position, Andy.
Oh, he's so good. And a lefty,
southpaw.
Yeah, that's just, it's confusing. Some people forget it's usually a righty. You don't always have a lefty in 2 meters, but Ben definitely knows how to take advantage of all of his strengths.
Sailors lead 1-0. Can Corona Del Mar find an answer early in this game? 1 minute elapsed. That's Andrew Bertoia with it.
Oh, it's a former junior guard of mine. Bertoia.
I feel like all these guys are former junior guards of yours.
Oh, yeah, they're coming out of the woodwork. But anyways.
Oh, bad pass. Swooped up by Finn Gentz. Sea Kings turn it over. Sailors on the counterattack. Mason Hunt at the 1. Over to Finn Gentz. Gentz gonna try to feed it inside. Lathy, Or I think that was actually, was that Pete Castillo who shot that one?
Yeah, Pete Castillo.
Whew, looking like Poseidon coming out of the water there.
Yeah, just a little off. That backhand. But he'll get it.
Oh, look at the Sailors' defense. Again, Finn Gentz back-to-back steals.
Yeah, and Mason Hunt.
Oh, one-on-one. Mason Hunt licking his chops. He shoots, he puts it in. Easy money for number 7. Sailors up 2-0.
That's good. That's really good.
Chase Campbell, the sophomore in the goal for CDM, he had to be a little nervous there.
Hey, that's tough for any goalie, right? A one on nobody.
Oh, yeah. And a veteran like Mason Hunt.
I mean, that in itself is terrifying. You're absolutely right, Alex.
Like a dog with some red meat. Sea Kings back with possession. 4:50 to play in the opening period. That's Luke Zimmerman with it, and it's a Sea Kings turnover. Again, here come the Sailors. Mason Hunt has it on the near side of the pool. Stay tuned at halftime. Local sports reporter Taryn Rodriguez will join us for an interview. Talking some polo, talking some local sports. A shot missed from the 4 spot.
Billy Rankin.
Billy Rankin. Is he excluded?
Excluded on the transition, yes. I didn't see what he did, but he's going to sit 20 in the penalty box.
Sea Kings on the power play, looking for points. Up top, Warmington has it. And another Sea Kings turnover. Sailors' defense has been an absolute force to open this game, and we know Andy, head coach Ross Sinclair, he loves goals. He loves defense even more.
Oh, yeah, he loves it. He's a big defensive guy.
Mason Hunt has it. He's got 1 goal already. Gets it to Vertigal. And now Sailors have a power play. 6-on-5. They finish 4 of 6 on power play shots against Mater Dei on Saturday. Inside look. Oh, great block by Campbell. A beautiful pass, and even better block by the Sea Kings goalie. Here comes Corona Del Mar on the counterattack. And Sea Kings head coach Kareem Captain going to take a timeout. We'll keep it right here. Andy, early thoughts as we are exactly halfway through the opening quarter of play. 3:26 to go. Opening thoughts on the Sailors?
We're creating opportunities, creating very good-looking opportunities. Pete Castillo's been at the forefront of that. Unfortunately, he's going to find his rhythm later on in this game, but with that backhand out of 2 meters and then off of the post. But, I mean, that counterattack by Mason Hunt, I don't know if you're able to see, but he saw that turnover happen before it did. Sturdy had a body length or 2 ahead for that for the counterattack pass. And then Ben Lathy, right? I mean, like, look at that. We have Pete Castillo, Mason Hunt, Finn Gentz with defensive stops.
2 steals for Gentz.
And Ben Lathy. Right now we have 4 people who have been involved with every single goal that we've put up on the board. So, well, I mean 2 goals, but 4 people really creating those opportunities. So, I mean, like, we got the people that are doing good stuff. So, I mean, it's going to be, I have a feeling it's going to be an offensive game for the Sailors. And their defense has been fantastic, but good defense leads to
even better offense.
That's right.
Well, we know, and this is a little bit of a down year for the Sea Kings program. Sailors coming in, they just finished second in the title game, lost in the title game of the South Coast tournament, and Corona Del Mar playing in the same tournament. They didn't make it into any of the top 8 placement games. So just kind of gives you a feel for where the 2 programs are this season. And this is a game the Sailors should win, but again, you don't want to overlook anybody, especially in a huge rivalry game like the Battle of the Bay.
Absolutely. Just like, right? In a game, in this game, anybody can take it. Doesn't matter what the records are up here, down here. It doesn't matter. Battle of the Bay is always a big one.
After the timeout from the Sea Kings, Corona Del Mar possession, 3:20 to go. In the first, Sailors lead 2-0. 10 to shoot. Bertoya has it. Pressured by Lathy. 5 to shoot. Lathy not giving him any breathing room. They feed it inside to 2 meters. 1 on the shot clock. And that's a turnover. How about that stifling defense by Newport Harbor?
Oh, that was great. That was really good. And then just creating the opportunity in the transition. Well, CD did a good job defending that, but
good defense. Up. Finn Gentz comes up with it. Inside look. Oh, a miss from Cole Borgreave. Right into the mitts of Chase Campbell.
I mean, we're doing a good job of saving ourselves from these missed opportunities with our defense. But it's really cool that that we are creating these opportunities. Oh, good looks. Miss Kirby, oh my gosh.
A lot of celebrities here tonight, Andy.
It brings them all out.
A lot of celebrities here tonight.
I didn't even see the red carpet when I was coming in, but you probably had it on your way in.
No, they escorted. They ushered me around it. 6-on-5 for the Sea Kings. Power play shot. Sailors are there. Another miss. CDM still scoreless. It looked like that was Will Fosselman affecting that shot for Newport. Sailors on the counterattack with 2 to play in the first. And it looks like, did Jen McCall just issue Sea Kings head coach Kareem Captain a yellow card?
Yes.
I didn't know you could get carded in water polo.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so, I mean, like, the head coach is the only one who can really have a discussion with the officials. I don't know exactly what he said or what he was talking about or how he handled it, why he got the yellow card right away, but if an assistant coach, here we go. Cole Borgreave, one-on-one, shoots and scores. The Sailors are getting great opportunities, multiple one-on-nothing looks at the goalie. Cole Borgreave puts one in, Sailors lead 3-0. I mean, every single one of these goals and every one of our offensive opportunities has come from an amazing defensive possession. I don't know if you've noticed that, but Sailors are really putting that good defense turns into a better offense, saying into reality.
A shutout with 1:29 to play in the first. Great start for Newport Harbor. Cornell Mar possession. Andrew Bertoya with it. Dishes it over to Charles Warmington. Warmington pressured by Owen Tift. Great defense by Tift.
Yeah.
Nine to shoot, 1 to play in the first. Bertoya has it. We'll get a shot at the shot clock. Mathisrud right there. Here come the Sailors on the counterattack. 55 seconds to play in the first. Lathy, he's going to elevate. Feeds it. A skip shot to Pete Castillo is in.
There we go. That's it. That's what Pete needed to get the ball rolling on those goals. Here we are.
Lathy with the assist. He had 2 assists on Saturday against Mater Dei, and I only know that from OC Register Dan Albano's article because every time I ask Coach Ross Sinclair for stats, he reminds me, we don't keep stats. I love that for the program. I don't love it as an announcer, but I love it for the program.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Sailors 3-3, right? The team, nobody cares about individual stats, right, Alex?
Yeah, exactly. We versus me. Us versus I. It's a real team effort from Coach Sinclair's program. 10 to shoot on the shot clock. Inside look at 2 meters. A late whistle.
Owen Tift.
Owen Tift swimming to the corner. Power play for the Sea Kings. Shot clock is off. Game clock's at 15 at the end of the first quarter. 9 on the clock. Warmington has it up top. 5 to shoot. Mathisrud. Oh, he got a paw on it, but it sneaks in.
That was a really good shot.
The lefty sophomore Charles Warmington sneaks it past Mathisrud. And the Sea Kings get their first goal of the evening.
That was a really good shot.
Long range shot, skips past the goal. That would have been good if it went in. Whew, okay, at the end of 1, Sailors lead 3-1. We have second quarter action for you when we come back. Lofthouse from the football team is here. Good crowd, capacity crowd on hand to watch the Sailors just completely dominate so far here with 2 minutes to play. Another Sea Kings turnover. Great find by Pete Castillo. A dash for the ball, and CDM comes up with it. Castillo was trying to get it to Billy Rankin, and good recovery there by the Sea Kings.
Yeah, that was a good move by the goalie on CDM. Chase Campbell.
A shot and a goal from the 2-meter position by whoever's wearing cap number 14 for CDM, the one blank spot on our roster. But he's got a goal, so Sea Kings get their second of the quarter. They still trail 7-3, 1:49 to play here in the second quarter.
All right, so just kind of typically, right, as we've already earned 5, or we've committed 5 ejections, none of which have been in 2 meters to deny a natural goal, which is a natural goal is what just happened, a goal out of 2 meters, 6-on-6. That's when you take those ejections. You don't let that happen. Like no easy buckets in the key.
No natural goals. Would that be the saying?
Correct.
Sailors turnover. 90 seconds to play in the quarter. CDM trying to get an inkling of momentum heading into halftime. Sailors still in control of this game, but CDM's been able to find the back of the net twice. Stick around at halftime. I know that might be the time you want to go refill your basket of chips or grab a soda pop or a LaCroix, but we'll have the great Taryn Rodriguez on with us for an interview at halftime, so don't touch that dial or click that mouse or whatever you do. Billy Rankin has it. Lathy now over to Vertigal, back to Lathy. Mason Hunt, 9 to shoot, under a minute to play. Will Fosselman tries to sneak it past Campbell, can't quite get it there. Sea Kings survive that possession. Let's see what Corona Del Mar does on the counterattack. 40 seconds to play in the second quarter. Zimmerman guarded tightly by Billy Rankin. Up top, and now it's Fosselman applying the pressure defense.
I'm looking at Ben Lathy pushing out the 2-meter man all the way to 5 meter.
A shot misses to the right of the cage. Mathisrud will clean it up. Mathisrud's been pretty airtight in goal. I know he's allowed 3, but he's had some nice saves, playing with a lot of confidence. The junior is today. Hunt on the feed from Lathy. Loses the ball. Nope, gets it back. Ordinary foul. Inside look. 2-meter. Shot is there, and it's in. Will Fosselman, the rocket launcher. And Corona Del Mar coach Kareem Captain not happy with the defense after that.
I mean, look at that. 7 seconds left on the game clock for the half. That's just, I think you'll kind of,
that's a backbreaker.
Yeah.
It's a backbreaker.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sailors lead 8-3. They've been able to score 4 goals in each of these opening quarters. We got 7 seconds on the clock, so Corona Del Mar going to be able to get one desperation heave off before halftime. 4, 3. Campbell, the goalie, pressured by Castillo, throws it to the left of the goal. The horn sounds, and we head to halftime. Sailors, foot on the gas, no brakes, not looking back. 8-3. They lead over the Sea Kings here at the Battle of the Bay. Andy, we're going to take a quick breather. When we come back, Taryn Rodriguez going to join us at halftime. I might have to get his attention over there as it looks like he's firing off some tweets.
Yeah, you know what?
I don't know if we're going to get Taryn.
We don't, but
I'm going to shoot him a text, though.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah, you stick around on TarTV. We'll maybe have Taryn Rodriguez, and then we'll have the second half of the Battle of the Bay. So thanks for tuning in. We'll be right back. You're watching Battle of the Bay Boys Water Polo on TarTV.
All the ghosts of those on you and you, following up to the gates of prison, and I watched you walk right through. Now security in my seat. We're just running around this tomb. There's a pretty little thing waiting for a king down in the jungle. When I was walking in I was walking with my feet 10 feet off the beat. Walking in that
All right, thank you everybody tuning in on TarTV. Alex Crawford, Andy Hayes, and now local sports reporter Taryn Rodriguez with us. Taryn, you work for a lot of different news outlets these days. Who are you covering the game for today, or are you just here as a fan?
I'm just here as a spectator, just providing updates for all my followers on Twitter, so yes.
At Taryn Rodriguez 1 on Twitter.
Correct.
Follow him if you want to stay up to date on local Newport Harbor athletics, Sunset League athletics. Follow at Taryn Rodriguez 1. Taryn, you've watched a lot of Newport Harbor water polo. You know Ross Sinclair's squad or squads very well. What have you liked out of the team so far tonight and so far this season?
Well, they're doing a great job of getting counter goals, and one thing they have been doing, which probably will improve, is limiting the opponent's 6-on-5. Like, from what I got, it looks like CDM only has 2 successful 6-on-5s. They're 2 for 6, while Newport, to a scary thought, they are 0 for 2 on 6-on-5. So one thing that could improve is their 6-on-5s, but their 6-on-5 defense is really good.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing for me to add. I mean, Taryn nailed that one. Absolutely. I mentioned that earlier, the 6-on-5s. But I failed to mention our success in the defensive side. I mean, only allowing 2 out of 6. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. But we should be eliminating those ejections in general, right, Taryn?
Absolutely. I expect more of the same from the second half. Newport Harbor knows that this is a big game because it's their first league game, and it's against a rival. They don't want to give up the bragging rights against a rival. So all in all, for the Sailors, I expect more strong performances from everybody in the second half. Again, got to clean up those silly fouls and those ejections, because obviously against a better team, not dissing CDM, but against a better team like Mater Dei or Huntington Beach, they can't make those silly mistakes, otherwise they'll pay for them.
Now, Taryn, I know we got to let you go. Get back over to the tar pit, which is rocking tonight. You've watched a lot of Newport Harbor water polo. Do you think this team has what it takes to get over the hump and maybe bring a CIF title back to Newport this year?
Oh, without a doubt. I think CIF is wide open this year, and I think it's not just Huntington, Newport, and Mater Dei. I think there are other teams that are vying, like maybe Harvard Westlake.
Yes.
And a few other good teams. We'll have to see what happens after league play and what happens in certain tournaments.
Well, it's early in the season. We got a lot of water polo left. Taryn Rodriguez, local sports reporter. Follow him on Twitter at Taryn Rodriguez 1. Thanks for hopping on with us, Taryn, and I'll see you at the football game on Friday.
My pleasure.
Or actually, I won't see you on Friday because you're going to be covering Fountain Valley for Sunset Rewind, but you'll be there in spirit.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Thanks, Taryn.
Thank you so much, Taryn.
As always, great to chop it up with the great Taryn Rodriguez, Newport Harbor alumni, covers Newport Harbor athletics really just as a fan and as a journalist. Like tonight, he's not here on assignment. He's just here to watch the game, but he's also going to tweet out updates and stats and scores. We have the great Matt Zabo of the Daily Pilot here, Andy, talking right now to former NFL official, side judge number 125, who is also your father.
Oh,
a lot of celebrities in the house.
Yeah,
tonight.
yes, there are. I mean, this is just the type of atmosphere that the Battle of the Bay brings. I mean, am I right? We got the future of America here running around with dodgeballs and pizza slices. I mean, this is just a slice of Americana.
Oh, snack bar looks popping.
Oh, it does. Yeah,
snack bar looks really good right now. But we're here. We're here. We're doing the broadcast. We might hit it up after the game.
Yeah, maybe we go to Wynn's Kitchen and do our normal. Or it's kind of somewhat of a tradition.
Yeah, a few times. They're not even a sponsor, but we'll give them a shout out a few times. Andy, you, me, and some of the coaching staff. We've moseyed on over to Wynn's Kitchen and picked up some spring rolls and some pho. Some great Vietnamese food. Banh mi.
Oh yeah, garlic noodles of some sort.
Oh, it's amazing.
You know what I forgot? I totally didn't realize or forgot was that CDM is in our league.
Yeah, they're in the Sunset League, so this is a league game and a rivalry game.
That's just double whammy.
This is a big game. The opening sprint of the third quarter underway, and the Sailors win yet again. Gage Vertigal winning that, giving it to Lathy, and now Newport Harbor setting up on offense. Also should be noted that Bean Altschuler is in goal for the Sailors now, replacing Cooper Mathisrud, who had a great first half.
Yes, he did. I'm really excited to see what Bean has to offer here. He's a super talented goalie.
We got a duo of junior goalies that the Sailors will rotate throughout the season, Bean Altschuler as well as Cooper Mathisrud. Cornet Elmar on the attack. Great defense there, tight defense.
Yeah.
By Ben Lathy. Lathy's just such a complete player, Andy.
Oh, well-rounded, without a doubt.
Multiple assists. He's got a goal in this game, and he plays great defense. That's a kid for sure that'll be playing at a big-time program when he's done with his career here.
Oh, yeah, and he's all over the place on 5-on-6, too, when we're down a player. It's almost like we're not when he's there.
He's almost like two players at once. Sailors power play.
All right, number 8.
Man up. Gage Vertigal has it. Cross pool pass. Over to Mason Hunt now.
Jackson Harlan is the ejected player for CDM.
Oh, Lathy. Upper right corner. Touching the twine.
And what were you just saying about Mr. Lathy?
Oh, he's a complete player. He can score. He can pass. He plays defense. It's almost like he can be in two places at one time.
Is that possible? Sorry, we got caught up listening to Coach Ross and
yeah, Coach. I love. You know what? I love
Freddie Picard.
Coach Ross. Sailors are up 9-3, and Ross still giving one of our officials tonight, Freddie Picard, an earful on something that he didn't like.
That's my bad. Sicard.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Sicard.
Freddie
Yes.
Sicard.
Yes.
Oh, shot misses. Great defense there by Chase Campbell in the cage for CDM, as Taryn Rodriguez would say, working the cage like a zookeeper.
Yes, he would, wouldn't he?
I don't know if that's a T. Rodriguez original, but I heard him say that at a lacrosse game, and I really liked it. CDM now with possession. 5 minutes to play in the third. Warmington has it for the Sea Kings, swimming in about 10 meters out from the goal. Back to Warmington at the 5. Great defense by Mason Hunt, getting a fingertip on it. Sailors on the counterattack.
Yeah, I bet you Coach Ross passed the message along. You know, up now 9-3. Let's set up our front court offense, work the clock, practice some things, some plays, some front court offense that we need to dial in. We're not trying to catch up, bink down a goal or two.
Oh, I like that shot by Vertigal. Kind of like a knuckleball type shot.
Yeah.
Misses. What do you call? Is there a name for that? I like. Kind of just tried to loft that thing in, and it was moving a little slow. The goalie was able to watch it.
Yeah, there probably is. That was more of I'd just say that's a lob. There's probably more of a technical term.
Oh,
Bean
Altschuler. Grown man move in the goal. What defense by the Sailors. And that energizes the defense as you hear Bean barking out orders. Bean and Ross barking out orders to the Sailors' defense. It worked, and the Sailors come up with a takeaway. Richie Rimlinger forces the turnover. Sailors on the counterattack halfway through the third quarter. In control, 9-3.
Yeah, Richie's been having a fantastic defensive game today. I mean, all the Sailors have been playing really well.
And that's Richie, 7 to shoot with it with the right hand. Feeds it down to Vertigal. They try to get it into 2 meters to Lathy.
Oh.
And the Sailors earn an exclusion. 6-on-5. They got to convert these, Andy. Oh. Pass was a little high from Mason Hunt. Slow it down, you say.
Yeah.
And what, we're checking the ball here? Freddie Sicard, the official. What, do they need to pump up the ball?
No, let's see here.
Resetting the shot clock.
So, what it looked like. Oh, no. Okay.
What's going on?
No, I was confused. So, the goalie is excluded.
Oh, the goalie is excluded.
Chase Campbell.
The CDM goalie is excluded.
Yes. I think. Okay, so that's. I mean, so the goalie's excluded. I don't know what player I saw swimming from the corner.
So the CDM goalie is in the penalty box, and the Sailors have a power play opportunity. No one in the cage for the Sea Kings. Up top, Lathy feeds it to Hunt. Inside look from Castillo, and it's a Sailors turnover.
Yeah, I think Freddie was saying that Richie there on the post was holding a defensive player so he couldn't move over and knock down Pete. Yeah, that's what I thought, Richie. Good. I'd say it's a good effort by Richie to do that. That's the kind of stuff that you're supposed to do, but, you know.
And Sailors defense suffocating right now. No breathing room for CDM, and if you look down at the 2-meter position, look at Pete Castillo at the 2-meter spot. Just playing so physical down there. So the look in the CDM 2-meter player's eyes is like, get me out of here.
Oh, yeah. Way to notice that. When you front and you just deny any type of pass into 2 meters, that allows your perimeter defense to really step up and just burn the clock, and that's what the Sailors been doing this whole entire third quarter.
That's Richie Rimlinger with it for the Sailors. And Sailors now up 6 on 5. Power play opportunity. 2 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in the third period. A shot and a goal. Gage Vertigal. Sniper.
Oh, yeah.
That's his first. The lefty attacker. His first of the afternoon, and now some wholesale changes for the Sailors. Whole bunch of substitutions.
Looks like we're doing the old 6 for 6, as we say in the biz.
Ross clearing the bench, putting Peter Clark, Owen Tift, Billy Rankin, Eric DeSund, and it looks like Cole Borgreave, all, as you said, 6 for 6.
Oh, yeah. A whole new fresh lineup of bodies in there.
Fresh legs, fresh lungs for the Sailors. And a quick turnover. Cole Borgreave flies to the ball and forces the takeaway. Bean Altschuler feeds it to Peter Clark for the Sailors. Good defense by Corona Del Mar. No breathing room for Clark. Gets it over to Tift. Now Billy Rankin has it down at the 1 spot.
7. Luke Zimmerman.
Oh, great look. DeSund almost had a beautiful assist. It misses with 1 minute and 20 seconds to play in the third. CDM on the counterattack.
So this quarter, Newport's really been catching up on the earned ejection, or I guess drawing ejections. We got 4. So right on. That's another offensive production that's solid by Newport.
Well, Andy, we had such a prolific offensive attack by the Sailors to open the game. 4 goals in each of the first 2 quarters. How about that? A little pinball action. Altschuler's there off the post to scoop it up. Sailors scored 4 goals in the first, 4 in the second. And now, between these 2 teams, only 1 goal in the third. It was scored by the Sailors.
I have 2.
Okay.
I have 2 goals in the third.
How about make it 3?
Yeah, let's make it 3. Right on.
Will Fosselman.
Yeah. 11-3.
And 11-3 the score. Okay, I stand corrected. A note for everyone watching at home. The scoreboard is behind us. So Andy, you keep really good notes. I say your note-taking is really impressing me this season.
Well, thank you. I've taken notes from you. So I've really tried to step up my game, at least in that regard, a little bit. And can we just look at the moon? Right over there.
Whoa! It's a harvest moon tonight.
And today's the first day of fall.
It feels like fall today. It really feels like fall today. And you can see it in the moon. Beautiful moon. Beautiful night for Polo at the Bill Barnett pool deck. Sailors on defense.
Really good defense by the Sailors here. Watch
7
out
to shoot.
into 2 meters. Yeah, we saw that coming.
They forced the turnover. And we've got 10 seconds to play in the third quarter. Newport Harbor going to get one last look on offense. Can they get a shot off? 5, 3, 2, and that's it. No shot for the Sailors. We head to the fourth. Newport able to score 3 goals in the third quarter, almost matching their scoring production of the first 2 quarters, and they lead 11-3. We'll have the fourth quarter for you when we come back. Don't touch that dial. You're watching Battle of the Bay Water Polo on TarTV. Welcome back into TarTV. We have a special guest joining us, Newport Harbor High School class of 2020, Blake Jackson, now playing water polo for USC, where, of course, my broadcast partner Andy Hayes won 3 national championships. Blake, welcome back to the pool deck. How's it feel to be back on campus?
Thanks for having me. It feels great. I was just talking to my dad, and I was saying that like college water polo is amazing, intensity's there, but there's nothing like high school polo. And Battle of the Bay is an amazing game. I don't think any game I've ever been to has had the same amount of fans, and it's just incredible. Great environment. Love it.
Yeah, I mean, you drove all the way. I mean, I think it's quite a distance, but driving all the way from LA down here to watch your battle, to watch Battle of the Bay the night before. Hopefully, none of the coaching staff is listening right now. Before we go to Berkeley tomorrow, we got a game against the Berkeley Bears.
We don't actually. Oh, we're playing at MPSF, so our first game is against the winner of Davis and Santa Barbara. And then we'll probably play Stanford and then probably UCLA in the finals.
Okay, that's right. You told me about that. And then how did the rest of the games go up in Davis?
They went great. So far we're 7-0. Won all 3 that weekend, so we're doing well.
Right on. That's great. Awesome job, buddy. It's great to see you. Fight on. Keep on keeping on. And anything else? I mean, sorry, I just get caught up when we talk to a sailor to a Trojan.
I know. Yeah, the Sailor-Trojan connection real strong here. Blake, before we let you go, just how's your water polo career going at SC? How's it like playing college polo compared to your time in the pool here at Newport?
It's going great. I'm finally starting to see some minutes this year, and I definitely think the one difference between college water polo and high school is just the intensity and how the players don't need to be coached as much. Like Ross and the coaching staff here, definitely during practices, had to make sure everyone was doing the right thing and their role. Whereas when you get to college, everyone is pretty determined and ready to do their thing, and you don't need to babysit as much. But other than that, Ross and the coaching staff here prepared us pretty well.
Good. Do you have a favorite Ross Sinclair saying or coach moment that you want to share on TarTV?
I have a few. Let me think of them. Well, Ross's favorite saying before games, which always got us, is he would go into it and he'd just be like, "Boys, I just want to let you know the score is going to start 0-0, but it's definitely not going to end that way."
I've never heard that one.
For some reason, the boys just loved it, and it would always get us fired up.
I love that. It's true.
That is very true.
That's very true.
I actually have a favorite Coach Hayes saying. So we were having a team meeting my freshman year when he was my coach, and one of our players was wearing sunglasses. And Andy goes up, and he's like,
"If there's any profanity in this,
okay,
be careful."
All right.
I think I might know this story.
Yeah, you can just bleep them out. Just bleep out the words.
Okay. And he's like, I believe it was, what's his name?
Ballew.
Yeah, probably Nick Ballew. And he was just like, "Nick, I just want to let you know there's only 2 types of people who wear sunglasses inside. a-holes in the blind. And that's stuck with us forever.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Well, you know what?
Coach Hayes
And
is full of great sayings. That's why we have you on the broadcast.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm still proving my salt. But
proving your salt?
Yeah, isn't that a saying?
Is that a saying?
I don't know. Worth your weight in salt?
Yeah.
Gold
You're definitely worth your weight. You've proved your salt to me, Andy.
Oh, well, thank you. Okay, good.
Okay, well, Blake Jackson, Newport Harbor class of 2020, USC Trojan water polo player. Thank you for joining us on the broadcast.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
absolutely, Blake. We'll see you after the game.
Definitely.
Okay, cool. Blake Jackson joining us here on TarTV.
What a treat.
What a treat. 2 interviews in one broadcast. Will we have 3? I forgot to ask Coach Ross Sinclair to send us a player after the game, but I think he knows the drill. I think he knows the score.
Yeah, he'll tell us something, or he'll send us somebody.
Maybe he'll send us himself.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, that guy will never shy away from a moment in front of the camera.
No, he's a true professional. And while we were talking to Blake, I think the Sailors put one in the back of the net.
No. At least it's not on the scoreboard.
No, they didn't. Okay,
We did earn an ejection, or we got somebody ejected. Yeah, sorry, I got caught up in the whole Blake Jackson, Sailor to Trojan. You know.
Well, I shouldn't. I said fight on because he's a SC current student. Bar outshot there by Lathy. But, Andy, your USC Trojans are taking on my Oregon State Beavers in football this Saturday.
That's right. I remember you saying
Coliseum. I'll be at the game.
Okay, good.
And so I shouldn't be saying fight on to you. In fact, I should be, mean to you, I guess. Or, I've got no love for the Trojans this week is what I'm saying.
No, that's fine. That's fine. And I don't even know which way to go on that. I was kind of deflated after our loss to Stanford, but apparently our backup quarterback did well. Who knows? I'm a USC water polo fan for this fall. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I can get down. I can get down with the Trojans water polo.
Yeah, Beavers don't have a team, right? So why not?
Yeah, they don't. They have a club team. And when I took, I think I've told you about the time I took a water polo class in college.
Yeah.
And my friend Kyle and I were the only ones in the class not on the club team. And we didn't know how to play water polo. It took us half the semester to learn to egg beater, and all of the kids in the class just picked on us. They were actually pretty mean to us.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, well, polo's a brutal sport.
It is, but you know what? People can be nice, so. But we just, my notes. We just earned another ejection.
Halfway through the fourth quarter. No scoring yet in the fourth. Sailors' defense looks airtight.
Yeah, it does.
And Newport firmly in control of this Battle of the Bay, leading 11-3.
Yeah, and this is, if I know Coach Ross like I think I do, he's not looking at this as like, we're just going to burn these last 3.5 minutes. This is every single opportunity in the pool, no matter what game it is, no matter who it's against. There's always a training element to it. So it's like they're going to be running plays that they've been running in the at practice. They're going to be trying out new defensive schemes. They're still going to want to. It's to him. It's 0. I bet he's saying it's 0-0. Let's not let him get another goal. So, even though we are handedly serving a dish of humble soup to the old humble pie to the
humble soup.
I'm off today.
Humble soup.
Oh my gosh, all these saying salt soup. I clearly have something on my mind.
Hopefully, I'm hungry. I'm hungry. I'll tell you that. Well, the snack bar here is just off the chain.
Tempting. So it's watching all these kids with their pops and
all these little all the Groms coming by with their slices of pizza and their sodas.
It's out of control.
Sailors, though, Andy, you taught me. You taught me in the game of water polo. The goal is 4 goals or less. Try to hold a team ideally to 1 goal per quarter. Sailors are doing that right now. They've only given up 3, and they did shut out the Sea Kings in the third quarter. A big donut on the scoreboard in the third quarter for CDM.
Yeah, you're right. Nice job to spot that one, Alex. This is by far, out of all the games we've seen in this 2021 season, this is the best defensive showing in terms of goals allowed against for the Sailors.
3:20 to play after the timeout. Sailors have the ball on offense. Lathy with the left hand. Moves it over to Hunt. Now up top, a shot and a goal. Gage Vertigal with a laser touching the twine for the second time tonight. Sailors get their first goal in the fourth period, and they lead 12-3.
Here we go.
Cole Borgreave and Will Fosselman check into the game for Newport Harbor. Will Fosselman, cap number 6, senior defender. He's got 3 goals. He leads the Sailors with 3 goals this evening, I think.
It is afternoon.
It is afternoon. Yeah, the moon is beautiful tonight. I don't think it's showing up on the TarTV broadcast, but if you're at home, if you're inside after the game, take a stroll outside, take a look at the moon. It's beautiful. 6 to shoot for Corona Del Mar. Trying to feed it down to 2 meters, and they throw it right to Will Fosselman. Turnover, CDM. Sailors defense forcing so many takeaways tonight. And here comes Fosselman leading the charge for the Sailors on the counterattack. Over to Hunt. Inside 2 meters. Shot. Oh!
What a move,
off
though.
the top of the cage. That was Cole Borgreave elevating.
That was strong. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but his defender is, let's think of a clock. Cole's facing 12 o'clock. He spun that person all the way around to face 6. He went 12 to 6 and got up really big for a good shot, but hit that crossbar. And then Bean on the other end gets a good stop. So
back to the counterattack for Newport. 2 minutes to play in the game. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Mason Hunt. Sailors looking to set up their half-court offense, and Mason Hunt with a straight shot to the corner of the cage. That's 3 for Hunt. He's been a prolific scorer this season, Andy.
He is a talented player. That's for sure.
Timeout on the pool deck. We'll keep it right here. 1:57 to play. Newport up big, 13-3. Like you said, though, during these timeouts, Coach Sinclair telling his team it's 0-0. There's things they want to work on, want to keep the defense airtight, want to run that half-court offense. So, you know, even though they're in control of this game, they're not going to just milk the clock. They're going to try to run things, set things up, and
yeah, they're going to, obviously, they got to see them get a full clock down in their offensive zone. It's going to go press the front, which is exactly what we've been doing. We front the 2-meter person, and then we press in the high passing lanes to every player on the perimeter. So not allowing an easy pass, because that's what gets you. If you have a ball at 1 and your 2-meter man's facing 5, if you allow easy passes all the way around 1 to 5, it's a pass in and then something, either ejection, 5-meter shot, something's going to happen. But if you press the front, what the Sailors have been doing, like I said, all game already, they're going to be able to push, they're going to be able to create something. But it's not push the counter time unless it's a super obvious 2-on-1, 3-on-2 opportunity. It's let's go down, set up, establish our front court offense, work for our 2-meter person, use the clock, and see what happens from there.
Final 2 minutes of this game, 1:50 to play. Corona Del Mar with possession after the timeout. Tough defense there by Hunt.
Yeah.
Oh, really great defense by Mason Hunt. Warmington doesn't know what to do with himself. Hunt stalking him like a cat to a mouse.
Yeah, and this is our players being in the high lane, and
that was all Mason Hunt right there. Timeout, Ross Sinclair. What do you think, Ross? Well, just under 90 seconds to play. What do you think Coach Sinclair wants to draw up here or talk about with his team?
Well, actually, can we just go back really quick? You said that was all Mason Hunt, which you are not incorrect on that. Mason Hunt did an insanely good job of pressing that ball.
I'm kind of looking at it one-dimensionally. I'm just watching Hunt as the defender, but you're saying there was other stuff going on in the pool.
Oh, absolutely. Our 2-meter defender was able to front their offensive player, not allowing that pass in. Our perimeter defenders were high in the lane. Again, like I was saying, that press to front. If I just stepped off of you, gave you 2 feet of distance, whether you have somebody in your face or not, I can pass you that ball. That was insanely good team defense by all the Sailors, which is what we've been demonstrating this whole game. But Mason did a good job pressing that ball, not allowing an easy pass, and then all those people on the perimeter and our 2-meter defense didn't let that person with the ball, Mason's player, have a passing lane to pass into. So Mason did a fantastic job, but I want to give credit to the rest of the Sailor team that was in that pool. That was just really good defense.
Seems like everyone was doing their job on that play.
Oh, 100%. That's what I just said so long-windedly, you just said in like 3 words. So, yes, everybody was doing their job.
No, it's a 6-man sport. There's six people in the pool, right?
6 field players and a goalie, so
yeah.
7 total.
14,
right? 14 with both teams.
Yes.
But yeah, what Coach Ross was probably saying in that is let's see if they run some kind of drive. Who do we have in here?
Let's see who's in the pool for the Sailors.
And who goes where.
I see Tommy Richardson.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Owen Bartlett. some of the
So we're getting some of the other teammates in here right now.
Coach Ross Sinclair going a little deeper in his bench. Owen Tift is out there, as well as Eric DeSund. Coach Mike is not in the pool, but he's here, the legend.
The legend.
And that is Tift with it. Gets it over to DeSund. Looking to feed it inside to 2 meters, and Campbell comes out of the cage and cleans it up for Corona Del Mar. The Sailors couldn't get it to the 2-meter player, who is Owen Bartlett, trying to post up down there. Sea Kings possession with exactly 60 seconds remaining in this match. Newport would love to close this game with a second-half shutout. They gave up 3 goals in the first half, and CDM's yet to touch the twine in the second.
Yeah, and let's see here. Owen kind of flirting with the line of either getting ejected or earning an offensive.
At the last minute, Sailors get an exclusion at the last second, so CDM reset the shot clock. 6-on-5 opportunity, 35 seconds to go in the game. Skip shot misses left. Bean Altschuler.
And now let's close this quarter out.
30 seconds to play in the game, 25 on the shot clock, so it's about a 2-second differential. The Sailors look very much like they're going to earn that second-half shutout.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, I don't want to speak too soon.
Yeah, you don't need to get an offensive right there. There's no point. I mean, like, there's no point. You should not be doing any kind of movement that's going to potentially.
And now CDM gets an offensive foul, so turnover. 7 seconds to play in this game. That's Tommy Richardson with it. The clock runs out. Oh!
I've never
and they're
seen
storming
that
the
before.
pool.
I've never seen
That's
that
amazing.
one before.
What a scene here at the Battle of the Bay. The tar pit is in the water.
That was the first one I've ever seen. That was awesome.
That has got to be one of the coolest things I've seen a student section do.
Oh.
You've seen in football rush the field, in basketball storm the court. I've never seen the student section jump in the pool.
No, me
and they're
neither.
celebrating with the team in the water. That's incredible. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, at least it's a school night, right? Because they're all going to go home after this. But, I mean, it's all cool. It's all fun and games. But you're now in wet clothes. They got to get in somebody's car.
Well, I don't know if they planned ahead and brought a change of clothes or if they're just going to be soaking for the rest of the night.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say they did not.
Well, someone get those boys a towel.
Yeah.
It's dripping. And
that was awesome. That was great.
That was a great finish.
Wet clothes or not.
That was a great punctuation mark to the end of this game, which featured the Sailors pitching a second-half shutout against CDM.
Phenomenal.
Final score in this one was 13-3. Newport came out of the gates, 4 goals in the first quarter, and they never looked back. 13-3 the final. Second-half shutout against the Sea Kings, and Newport Harbor picks up win number 10 on the season, 10-1. Sailors bounce back from Saturday's loss to Mater Dei, and they pick up the win here in the Battle of the Bay. Andy, we're going to take a quick breather.
Yeah.
When we come back, we might get a post-game interview, maybe with Coach Ross Sinclair, maybe with a player. I don't know, but stick around on TarTV because we will be chatting with somebody after this. Again, final score, Newport Harbor 13, Corona Del Mar 3, and the Sailors move to 10-1 on the season. We'll have post-game stats analysis and an interview for you when we come back. You're watching Battle of the Bay Boys Water Polo on TarTV.
It's good. It's so hard when we're here watching that I don't think what was the
I'll see you soon. Bye.
No, I don't think like that.
I'm already down. It's tomorrow. You're already ready. I can't wait. I can't wait.
I'd say what? We came not to speak to, we saw your parents and invested like animatedly talking about
No, that was not my job. That was Clee's job. That was Clee's job. Hey, Cooper, we did get B1 though. Yeah, I mean, he's good. I lost it. I honestly, I saw that. Sent it, and I'm like,
But we got to have some sort of analysis and talk to each other or something, right?
Yeah. Well, we
promised the fans.
Yeah. So welcome back in on TarTV. Thanks to everyone who stuck around. If anybody did stick around, I don't know. We promised an interview with a player or coach, Ross Sinclair, and Ross is still preoccupied over there, still doing some coaching, some post-game coaching, and we don't want to override his authority and grab a player without running it by him first. So we will not be having, unfortunately, on this broadcast, he's over there. I don't know if he's coaching or if he's just chumming it up with some alumni, but he's a little preoccupied.
Maybe a mix of both.
It's a little, well, coach is always coaching.
Yeah, always, and especially Ross. I mean, it is to be expected. We were saying that maybe we should get ahead of this before the next game, but I don't even know.
I don't even know if running something by, he might. I think once the game starts, Coach Ross, as big of a supporter of TarTV as he is, his focus is really on.
It's elsewhere.
It's on the game.
Yeah,
it's on the game.
He's got a team to run. He's got a championship to win. I understand.
And I understand. Yeah, I respect it. But we did promise the fans something. So, Andy, before we sign off here on TarTV, post-game analysis, this Sailors team, as I heard you just talking with some of our passerbys here at the Bill Barnett pool deck, this team looks a lot different and a lot more dialed in than the team we saw lose a close game in the championship at the South Coast Tournament on Saturday to Mater Dei.
Absolutely. I mean, granted, right, tournament versus a single game, head-to-head matchup, a rivalry. Well, I guess we can still consider. I would consider a Mater Dei Harvard Westlake. Those games still relatively.
Those are big games. Yeah, those are big games.
Yeah, but coming off a big tournament. Right, but I digress. Yeah, this is a much different team. They were fired up from start to finish. Ton of different people are contributing. We shook out the cobwebs in the first half. We had we committed a few ejections, and then in the second half, I think we only gave up one, and we had and then a shutout, which I love. I love good defense.
It was great defense. It was some of the best defense we've seen the Sailors play this season. No goals allowed in the second half.
I think that team that we just watched, we put them in the game last week, Saturday against Mater Dei. Went 10 out of 10.
I agree. Okay, so last question then before we sign off. How do we, and when I say we, the Sailors, how do we get that Sailors team week in, week out? How do we get that Sailors team to show up more regularly? What was the difference, you think, today?
I mean, I think rest. I don't know what their practice schedule is like, what they focused on. They definitely learned from something from the Mater Dei game that they applied today. Better defense in that second half, really taking advantage of their second quarter, because that's the one that killed us against Mater Dei. I think repetition, continue practicing, trusting your coaches, rest up, and just continue what they've been doing from here on out.
Keep grinding.
Keep grinding. That's all you can really do, in my opinion, and I think that's what's going to be the key to success for the Sailors come postseason.
Well, the Sailors, they're going to keep rocking and rolling. We'll do the same. TarTV back in action Friday Night Lights at Davidson Field. Newport Harbor football taking on J. Sarah. Big game there. Last game before Sunset League play starts. And then, Andy, I believe you and I are back here next Wednesday for the Sailors to take on the Laguna Beach Breakers in another league game.
Oh, really?
I believe it's next Wednesday. I will double check. But we'll be back here on the pool deck very soon. And big thanks to everybody who tuned in tonight on TarTV. Big thanks to John Hoist and the TarTV crew, Trixie and Mr. Hoist holding it down on the production end today. A big thanks to head coach Ross Sinclair and the Newport Harbor water polo coaching staff.
Absolutely.
A big thanks to everybody who made the event here tonight happen.
100%.
For my broadcast partner, Andy Hayes, for the Newport Harbor water polo players, parents, and coaches, this is Alex Crawford saying from the pool deck to Davidson Field, from the bell tower to the senior lot, you've been watching Battle of the Bay Boys Water Polo on TarTV. Go Sailors.
Go Sailors.